Hi everybody, welcome to my channel and welcome to this field of sunflowers. We came and paid to get over here. It's $2 a person, so you can come and take pictures with your family, and that's just what we did. And just got that finished up, and so I just wanted to do a quick video because I think that this place is incredible. One of my favorite things about Kansas is all the sunflowers. It's beautiful. And I was going to do like a video on the computer about it, but I looked at Todd Christofferson's Hear Him video today, and he was just kind of talking about how we need to listen to the Lord, and he's going to answer our prayers in his own time and in his own way. He talked about when he was younger, I think he was a teenager, he was at the Sacred Grove, and so he thought that that'd be a perfect time to pray and have a really great spiritual experience, and it was just going to be incredible. But nothing happened like what he expected. But then I think it was like 6 weeks later, he said that he was just reading the Book of Mormon, and then in that quiet moment he got an answer to a prayer and had like a really good spiritual experience. And I think that's something that we need to think about as well, especially right now in these last days, because things are just getting so wild, and we know that incredible things are going to happen, and we're looking for guidance from the Lord, and we might be impatient, wanting things to happen right away, or even in a certain way. But we just have to learn to hear him, and basically the point was to always be open for revelation, that the Lord's going to do it in his own time, in his own way. He's going to tell you what you need to know and what he thinks is best. And so we just always need to be open to it. And I would add, we really need to be careful when we think that we already know how things work, because a lot of times we'll build this construct in our head of the way that we think the gospel is, or how the second coming is going to happen, or just whatever, so many different things. And sometimes we build those constructs in our head, and to the best of our abilities, but we might get it wrong sometimes, and that's okay. But if we receive revelation that's contrary to what we think, whatever our theories are, then we need to go with the revelation. And this isn't a video. I don't really want to bring this back up, but I guess I will. There's this whole thing going on right now with the First Presidency message that we got just a little while ago, the email encouraging us to get the Hokey Pokey. And that's going to be, individual decision. And, I've prayed about it. And just so you know, if you're new to the channel, I'm actually completely against it. I have my reasons why I think it's actually a bad thing. But because I felt inspired through both their message and also praying about it and receiving an answer, we just went ahead and did it. And I don't really know the purpose. I don't think that I'm really at risk for this sickness, or that it's even necessarily what they say, both the sickness and the Hokey Pokey itself. But for me personally, okay, I'm not saying that you have to go do it, so don't get upset at me, but we decided to do it, and we got the first shot just a couple weeks ago, and then pretty soon here on the 21st we got to go back and get the second shot. And it's something that makes me really uncomfortable, actually, but I'm gonna trust the revelation that I received, even though I have so much of my own study that goes contrary to this Hokey Pokey, right? That's where we can be in danger, I think. And let's just leave this topic for now. If we really trust in our own research and our own knowledge. I mean, it's basically trusting in our own flesh, right? And we do have to think about things, we do have to theorize, and we do have to research stuff. But when something happens, if the Lord comes into your life and tells you to do something different that goes against your better judgment, trust me, the Lord knows better. He can see the entire map, so to speak, whereas we can only see the little area that we're in. He knows exactly how things are going to play out. So it would behoove us to listen and to hear him. And again, I'm not talking about just the Hokey Pokey. I'm talking about everything. Just that's a general life skill, you know. For me, for example, when I was young, I was determined, just determined to go to college. And because none of my family had gone to like a traditional 4-year school. They'd gone to like career colleges or, you know, these places kind of like ITT Tech, University of Phoenix, things like that. And, you know, they were able to get careers and make good money. But, you know, I had it in my heart that I was gonna go to school and be the first one to get a 4-year degree, you know, at the University of Utah, and maybe get a master's and go into accounting and make money. And through the process of revelation, I decided not to do that. I decided to go for something completely different. I just did like this little certification program to become an aircraft dispatcher. That actually didn't work out, which led me to the Army, which I could not have foreseen the way that the Army would benefit me. And then afterwards, basically a long story short, I've made it to this point as a freelance graphic designer, making money in something that didn't even exist when I was in high school. This career path, it did not exist. And so now here I am, and the Lord, he knew that it was going to exist. It's just amazing. You know, the conventional wisdom is that you need to go to college, you need to get a degree. And I think that's probably true of most people, but not everybody, right? So this is one of those situations where, for me, specifically, it was not meant for me to go to college like I thought that I would and get that degree. And I'm glad that I didn't, because I wouldn't be living here in Kansas, most likely, enjoying these amazing sunflowers that are gigantic. I'd probably be back in Utah, which wouldn't be the worst thing. But, you know, through a lot of other revelation and stuff, ever since we had our first child, I haven't had to, or my wife hasn't had to work. And that was something that we prayed to Heavenly Father for, that my wife wouldn't have to work. And it seemed like the most impossible thing, because it seems like in order to just live a normal life and have a house and all that stuff, both parents need to work. But I was shown pretty much step by step, and like not told what to do, but I received guidance, which made it so that it was possible. And she has not had to work ever since we had our first child. Kind of amazing, actually. And now we're just like living this kind of fantasy life where I'm self-employed. I can do whatever I want. You know, I have all the holidays off. I work for myself. I determine my own hours, obviously, and it's incredible. And you know, it's like when you have righteous desires, and I think that was a very righteous desire to have my wife stay home and raise our children. I think the Lord can make things work for you. Maybe not in the way that you think, you know. And that's the thing. If I had like stuck to my guns, if I would have been like, no, I need to go to college, that's the right thing to do. If I would have let my pride get the better part of me, And if I was like, no, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to get this degree and be better than the rest of my family, you know, like that's really bad. But pride, it could have gotten in the way of this amazing life that we're living right now. And so yeah. So anyway, I think I'll just leave it right there. I hope you enjoyed the sunflower field. It's, my gosh, to me, it's just incredible. This place is huge. I could probably spend like a whole day here. They charge you $2 a person, and then you can actually pick these sunflowers, and I think it's like an additional $1 for each sunflower that you pick. Yeah, and then just all along the freeway or the highways and the roads here in Kansas, you have sunflowers just popping up everywhere. Not these big ones, but like the small, like wild sunflowers. And it is just amazing. Unfortunately, it doesn't last all year long. It's mostly just like mid to late August and September. And then I can't remember, this is only our first year living here, or like year and a half. We're at like the year and a half mark, and so I think it maybe went into October as well. Maybe a little bit into November, probably not. But yeah, they're essentially, they're a weed. You see them all along the outside of like these farm fields, and they're just all over the place. I don't know where my family is. I'll have to go back to the main path and see if I can find them. Yeah, this was a good time of day to come too, because like it's really good lighting. It's just really, it's really pretty. The last few days, or well, I guess for the last little while, but the sun has been so red at sunset because of like, I think it's because there's like a bunch of smoke coming over from like California and some of the other western states. And last night the moon, like right now it's white, but last night the moon was like deep red. I had actually never seen it that red. It was something else. But yeah, okay, anyway, I'm just kind of blabbering. So if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel, like this video if you liked it, hit the notification bell, and please do leave comments because I would love to hear what you think, and I'll talk to you later.